Alright guys, we're going to try this again. I think I shot probably a 20-minute video and with no sound. So now I'm going live. And I want to see if I can probably a 20-minute video. Perfect. Alright. I can hear myself. Guys, welcome to your boy T-Dub with Blazing the Sports. We are here live. Thank you, our Red Sox fan. And I can't remember the other guy that joined the chat. If you join back in, and I give you a shout out. Appreciate you guys letting me know I didn't have enough sound. I probably would have went a full hour. I have no idea talking about it. But guys, let's get back into it. What I'm here to talk about, guys, is a double hitter that will not be on the same court, not even on the same network. Talking about Devon Alexander versus Victor Ortiz and Brandon Rios versus Danny Garcia. Guys, welcome again. These are two pretty good fights that have name recognition on each side. You know, if you had to choose, guys, and hopefully we don't have to choose, which one of these fights would you be more interested into? Would you be interested into this fight right here? When I look at this fight, Devon Alexander versus Victor Ortiz, you got two guys that this probably make or break. Devon Alexander took 2 years off, got himself back together, came back on his own terms, had a pretty good comeback victory, and now he's stepping back up, taking on Victor Ortiz. And Victor Ortiz is always a dangerous fighter, but this is a guy that is not without having issues. From him fighting and being on top sometimes, and then having a questionable heart to continue. There's been some fights that people thought that he should have continued, but he didn't continue, and now this could be his last leg. This could be, if you lose this fight right here, you are done. And then on the other side, guys, right here, we got Danny Garcia. You know, Danny Garcia had a chance to unify the titles with Keith Thurman. He gave it his best effort. Unfortunately, it was not enough against Keith Thurman. I thought Keith Thurman won kind of easily in that fight. And he taking on Brandon Rios, another guy that reached his plateau when he fought Manny Pacquiao. And, you know, he changed corners. He got rid of, you know, some people, brought in some new people. I don't think his style changed as much. But, you know, here he is. You got this guy, Danny Garcia, versus Brandon Rios. You got name recognition on both of these guys right here. You got Devon Alexander versus Victor Ortiz. Another name recognition fight. Guys, what do you think about it? T-Dub with Blazing the Sports. Guys, we are here live. So, I checked the voice on it already. Looks like it is pretty good. If you guys do come in the chat room and you notice something off of it, please let me know. Yes, I do play Nintendo. I haven't in a while, but I would. Give me some Mario Brothers and you'll see me busting bricks in no time. But let's get back to the goody good. Guys, this is a pretty good fight night. Look at this year, guys. We got Clarissa, she's fighting. We got Earl Spence Jr. versus Lamont Peterson. Trust me, guys. Spence is going to have his hands full for at least a while. Lamont Peterson is no joke. There's nothing funny about this guy. He bring the pain like two bad nurses, guys. Listen, if you ain't never experienced two bad nurses, you don't want to experience two bad nurses. Trust me on that. Woo! If you just had one bad nurse and she couldn't find that vein and she keep poking you and re-poking you, poking you and re-poking you, and she's trying to draw blood. There's no blood going out, but the needle's all the way in. Trust me, I feel your pain. I've been there. Have nightmares about it to this day. But guys, pretty good matchup here, guys. And guys, welcome. This might be like kind of my base setup. We're gonna have a couple of different setups, but this might be my base setup. What's Blazing the Sports, as you see it right here. I plan on doing a lot of things, guys. I got one laptop is down right now. I wanted to actually have that one up and play music out of my speaker using that one. I don't want to play music from this one right here. The thing about this laptop, guys, you know, good thing I did buy it because this other one looked like it's playing out on me. Yo, we are here, guys. Let me take a moment right here, and I want to thank a special guest. His name is our Red Sox fan. You know, I have experienced nothing but greatness from this guy. A lot of times when you're on YouTube, you don't get a lot of people that you feel like really good about. You can really communicate. And no, they just have a good aura. And the thing is, I get from this guy, our Red Sox fan, he has a really good aura about him. And check out his channel, guys. I mean, this guy, I mean, the way he's commenting, you will really feel like you're at the game. I subscribe, so should you. And thank you, our Red Sox fan. He said he loved the setup. Hey, I'm trying something different, man. I'm just trying to keep on at it, keep at it. I'm trying to work on this other laptop to get this one back up, and I can do a lot more, you know, at least different from this one right here. But what I'm thinking about, well, what I'm talking about out is on February 17th, we have 2 fights on the same day. This one right here is going to take place on Fox, so that might be just like on regular TV. And then this one right here is going to be on Showtime. So hopefully, if the way they set it up, I believe this one right here was probably May 1st, because I just found out about this one really being official today. It may have been official yesterday, but I just found out about it today. Did a video on that one early as well. Hey, no problem, our Red Sox fan. You know, no problem, man. I think you're a really good dude. You know what? Let me see if I can do something. I'm not really good at this stuff. And guys, listen, if you have any questions about anything that's going on that I'm talking about, anything you want to ask, any fights coming up, this is your boy here. This is what I'm here to talk about. So, all right. So I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna get back into this fight now. I think this is a fight I'm gonna watch either way, but I don't think this is the fight that a lot of people want to see from Danny Garcia. But I can kind of understand it because ever since the loss to Keith Thurman, we haven't really heard nothing about him. Keith Thurman, obviously, you know, he had some surgery, so he had to sit out for a while. I'm not sure what's really going on with Danny Garcia, so I don't know if he's looking at this as a glamorized tune-up fight by fighting Brandon Rios, who has a name, or is he really picking Brandon Rios for competition? This is one I can actually do an early prediction. I'll definitely do more about it. But I believe with this one right here, Brandon Rios made a change. And, you know, he changed his coaches. He changed how he's training. But when I watch him fight, I haven't really seen a lot of difference in his defense and in him not getting into such a slugfest. The one thing I do like about Brandon Rios, I like his punch selection. I like the way he can go to the body and come up to the top. And like, you can really learn something from him, but there's some things that I think he needs to improve on. And I don't think at this moment he would be able to beat Danny Garcia. I'm picking Danny in that fight. Ortiz and Alexander should be a good one too. I like Alexander in this one. You know what, our Red Sox fan? This is going to be a tough fight, man. This is going to be a tough fight. Now, here's what a lot of people want to bring up. You're going to probably hear it a lot because it's something that just happens and people notice about Victor Ortiz. Can Devon Alexander make him quit? That's going to be the thing. Why do people ask this? Because let's talk about a couple fights that Victor been into that would make people think some things like this. Well, let's go back to the Marcus Maidana fight. This one is not maybe. This is exactly a really tough fight. And the thing about Victor, he will get down in there. He'll throw some leather and he'll trade some punches. But the moment you keep landing something good and you keep setting him on his butt, it seems like he has been a little less. It takes more out of him to want to continue to fight. When he fought Marcus Maidana the first time, I don't remember all the details of the fight. I know they traded knockdowns. I know it was war. And I remember, and I'm paraphrasing, doing a post-fight interview after he quit, he said something like, either I'm too young to take punishment like this. It was something, but it was like a true quit. And he gave it up. And he fought, who did he fight after that? He got Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz fought Marcus Maidana. He fought Floyd Mayweather, even though the Floyd Mayweather, yes, it was somewhat of a cheap shot, but it was a legal cheap shot. Victor Ortiz was actually, if you watch the fight again, he was trying to use his head ever since the first round. You can see where he's trying to put his head in Floyd Mayweather's face before finally he said, I can't be subtle with it. I'm just going to hit this guy right in his mouth, and he did it. And I can understand why Floyd Mayweather was mad. They tapped gloves, and then they tapped, came out for a hug, hit him with a two-piece. People question if he could have got up then. I don't really know. I think he could have, but I don't really know. That one's questionable. Another questionable one is when he fought Jose Cito Lopez. He said, I remember Ortiz did quit. You are correct. Yes, he quit against Marcus Maidana. That is a flat-out quit. The other ones are questionable if he could have continued. Now, when he fought Jose Cito Lopez, He had a broke jaw. Now, that was a tough fight. I had him thoroughly edging that fight doing, he stopped. But he had a broke jaw. And I know people always talk about people fought with broke jaws, broke ribs, broke hands. I can understand, man. Listen, if you're in there with a broke jaw, you're thinking about your career, you probably, I don't know, was it 6 or 7 rounds? You got, I don't know, 4, 5 more rounds left in there. And you're like, can you really fight that much and take punishment on a broken jaw? Now, a lot of people that just crazy with it, they dig in deep, they say, forget it, I'm going to win it. I remember watching before he quit, it was like maybe a round or 2 beforehand. I was like, look at him, man. I said, his jaw is wide open. He's going to get his jaw broken if he's fighting like that. You can fight when your mouth open, you get it broken. But the thing is, it probably was already broken at that time. So what about that one? Do you think he quit? Do you not think he quit? Totally up to you. But, he could have continued, but I understand why he didn't. Let's get to one I do think that, yeah, he didn't dig deep enough, which is why a lot of people might be giving Devon Alexander the edge. Because Devon, the one thing about Devon Alexander is this guy works his butt off. You know what I'm saying? He works his butt off. He trains hard. And no matter what you think about him, the guy comes and he had a really good showing. His return to the ring after 2 years. I mean, the way he fought as he returned to the ring, you probably wouldn't even thought it was his first fight back returning to the ring. He used a lot of things from fighting inside the pocket, using the pivot, using angles, using combinations, even got a knockdown in the fight. But let me get back on Victor Ortiz just a little bit longer. Victor Ortiz, when he fought Luis Collazo, he came out. See, that's the thing. Victor Ortiz, I'm telling you, Victor Ortiz, no matter who you're picking, Victor Ortiz is going to come out this fight versus Devon Alexander like, I'm going to take everything from you, Devon. I'm going to show you I'm here to beat you, knock you down. He's going to come out like that. Devon's going to have to adjust very quickly. But the thing about Victor is, even when he came out against Luis Collazo, and it may have been maybe the 2nd or 3rd round, this fight didn't go for it. He got caught in exchange, and Luis Collazo, wow, hit him with something that set him down. And once he sat down, I thought he could have got up. I mean, yes, he got knocked down, but when he get knocked down, you can see him look like, I get knocked down? You count? It's like if he really wants to continue or not, And that's the thing with him right now, and that's hard to shake. I don't really know if you can train, you can't train that out of you. That's something you got to make a mental adjustment. And honestly, the only time you can make that mental adjustment is when you put back in that same fire that made you quit the first time. I think that he could have got that from that Luis Collazo. Now, when he fought Andre Berto, here's another one. Andre Berto, I believe he was winning before Andre Berto hit him with an uppercut that was thrown from Mercury and landed on Moore somewhere. He hit him, wow, counter uppercut, set him down. Victor got up top, got up. Andre Berto jumped on top of him like white on rice. And he dropped Victor one more time. But this time when Victor dropped, you can tell Victor Ortiz really wasn't hurt. I mean, he was down. You can see he was conscious. You can see the referees counting. And I believe Victor Ortiz was waiting until that referee got to 9. And then he was going to stand up like he was trying to beat the count. And then had the referee say 10 and say, it's over, it's over. But the fact is, when he did that, and he stood up, that's why I got to get this laptop back up and running, guys. Because I'm gonna start having clips going. I'm going to have things going, videos going right here. I'm going to have a lot going on, guys. But when Victor Ortiz got back up, and that referee didn't go, 10 is over, he went, 9, are you okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? And Victor looked at that referee like, dude, what do you mean am I ready? Why you didn't say 10? And then once he did not answer the referee, on his feet, he was on his feet looking, and he did not answer the referee, that's when they called it. That right there, I think, was a gut check, hard check to where he checked out of that fight at that time. So when it's coming to analyzing this fight, when it's come to who I believe has the heart to push through it, you're going to have to take it from is Devon Alexander. I believe Victor Ortiz has a lot of skills. That's the thing about Victor Ortiz. That's the thing that makes me just shake my head at Victor Ortiz, because the guy has a ton of potential. And it's like that with fighters, guys. A lot of fighters have flaws. Even the best fighter has flaws. And you just got to find it. I think Victor Ortiz's flaws is maybe his heart. I think Amir Khan's flaw is his chin. You know, a lot of these guys have these different flaws. Some people they got slow feet or they can't counter. They got different things. But our Red Sox fan said that's why he likes Devon Alexander. I like Devon Alexander. What a lot of people don't know is Devon Alexander. He is from St. Louis. He doesn't live in St. Louis anymore. He lives in Florida. I actually trained at the. I still train there at the gym that he used to go there sometimes. You know, we was at different times. There was a couple of times he actually came there and we actually talked with the people, which is really good. He used to come to the gym. He used to talk to the younger fighters. You have a pro fighter talking to these younger fighters, and that was before he fought American, before he fought Sean Porter. It was like maybe right after he beat Lucas Matisse. You know what, guys? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to get on both of these fights, but I think this is actually the better one. It's going to be on free TV, I believe. And hopefully they stagger them so we can watch them both. I'm still going to watch this fight. Don't get me wrong. Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios. A question I would ask. It's been said a lot about Danny Garcia. Do you believe he's cherry picking? Do you believe he's cherry picking? I'm going to say this. I don't know what he's doing right now. Well, you know, I'll say this. Let me start over. In the past, I don't believe he was cherry picking. Maybe fight Brandon Rios. Maybe that's a cherry pick. Maybe it's a glamorized comeback fight. But if you look at in the past, the guys that he was faced in the past, you know what? I'm going to do this, guys. Give me a second. What I'm going to do is I'm about to pull up Danny Garcia box rec, because he fought some opposition that I don't believe he was always favored in. Now, I think he's going to be heavily favored against Brandon Rios. That's no knock on Brandon Rios, but style makes fights. So, Brandon, as a box rec. All right. Danny Garcia. 33 wins, 1 loss, coming to Keith Thurman. Let's look at this. Let's look at this, guys. All right, so when he fought Eric Morales, I believe he fought him twice, didn't he? Should be. Okay, he did. First time he fought Eric Morales, okay. And he beat Eric Morales real good. And then after that, he fought Amir Khan. To be honest, I think most people thought he was going to lose against Amir Khan. You got Amir Khan at this time that was like, you know, faster than a jackrabbit, super speed hands, just hard to deal with. People was talking about, you know, he's getting himself in line to fight Floyd Mayweather. I think Danny Garcia was actually picked to probably get beat. But because of Danny Garcia, watched a lot of Allen Iverson tapes. He watched a lot of those. He watched a lot of those and one with it's a basketball player called Hot Sauce. You know what Hot Sauce is? Go YouTube him. He does all these fancy moves. And Danny Garcia, when Amir Khan was throwing all them shots, he's doing all this stuff and throwing these no-look left hooks and turning the other way. And he hit Amir Khan in the side of his face, and Amir Khan wasn't able to recover. So I really think he was picked to lose that one. Then he fought Eric Morales again. So that one, you know, I don't really believe he should have fought Eric Morales a second time, but oh well, maybe it was a money fight. He fought Zab Judah, and honestly, if Zab Judah would have fought like he did the second half of that fight, the first half of that fight, we'd have a much better fight. That's the thing about Zab Judah, and that's probably why Danny Garcia took that fight. Because at that stage in Zab Judah, you don't know what Judah you're going to get. You don't know. Or you're going to get the Zab Judah that showed up and fought Floyd Mayweather, or you can get the Zab Judah that showed up and fought Baltimore. You just don't know what Zab. Or you can get the Zab Judah that showed up and beat Corey Spinks, you know. Came here and just, you know, pretty much gave him the business. You just don't know. And basically in that fight, you got both Zab Judahs. The first half, you got Zab Judah who did nothing, you know, and Zab was actually looking pretty good before that fight. You know, he had a couple good fights where he looked pretty good. That left hand was looking pretty nice. They counter left hook, uppercut. But tells the two fights by the same man in the same fight. So we got Zab Judah. Then you telling me right now Danny Garcia was favored to beat Lucas Matisse? I don't know about that. Lucas Matisse was a dangerous fighter. There's not many people that really wanted to step to Lucas Matisse during that time. Lucas Matisse is one of them guys that had boxing skills and he can hit it hard. The same with Marcus Maidana. And Danny ended up injuring his eye. Marcus Maidana didn't not Marcus Maidana, but Lucas Matthysse didn't really respond to having his eye injured. He fought differently in that fight. So no matter how you look at it, if you say, well, if his eye wasn't injured, he'd have won. But the thing is, Danny caused the eye injury, and Lucas Matthysse didn't respond well. Danny get the win. Ross Tucker, Lamont Peterson. I thought Lamont Peterson beat him. I thought Danny Garcia got a gift win there. But hey, this is me thinking. Maybe you thought Danny Garcia won. I thought Lamont Peterson won. Paulo Maldonado, Robert Guerrero, Samuel Vargas, Keith Thurman, and now Brandon Rios. Guys, what do you think about that? Once again, T-Dog with Blazing Sports. Guys, take a moment and subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the notification bell button, because when I go live like this, a lot of times, the spirit of the moment, every now and then I get a chance to set a timer, an event. But catch it, guys. Don't miss a minute of all this goodness. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to jump back to that fight, and I'm going to look at Devon Alexander. Why a lot of people really respect Devon Alexander. A lot of people is going to be rooting for him. You know, I got to be honest, guys. You know, I'm a St. Louis guy, so I would be pulling for Devon Alexander in that fight. So I'm not going to do official prediction, because, you know, when it's that close to me, like, okay, I want to see him win, I don't want that to, you know, sway into making my decision. I still think it's going to be a hell of a fight, a competitive fight, and, you know, obviously I want him to pull it out. You know, seen the guy train, seen him in person, spoke to him, took pictures with him and my kid, and, you know, Victor, I still respect him as a fighter, nothing wrong, but, you know, this one I'm not going to do an official prediction. That one, predicting right now, Danny Garcia beats Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios got a good chin. It's probably going to go all 12 rounds. So let's look up. I'm going to try to go back, guys, and look up Devon Alexander, box red. Yeah. See, I wish I had some music, guys, playing in the background. You know what? Dun 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 dun. All right. Devon Alexander, 27 wins, 4 losses. All right, so let's just take a couple of steps back and look at some of the guys he fought. We're going to start with, I'm going to start with the Tim Bradley fight. Now, during this time, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather was the hype fight. People wanted to see this fight. But another fight was brewing at 140. It was 2 undefeated fighters, Tim Bradley and Devon Alexander. It was a clash a lot of people wanted to see. I definitely tuned in for it. I saw it. It was a really good fight. There was, you know, there's some headbutt things going on. Tim Bradley ended up getting a victory, but this what I'm showing you right now, guys, is just basically looking at the people that he fought during the time he fought Tim Bradley, and then he steps up and fight Lucas Matthysse, which, as I'm saying again, Lucas Matthysse is a dangerous fighter. And then Marcus Maidana. Remember, after the Devon Alexander fight, I believe they said Marcus Maidana almost wanted to retire when he lost that fight, and I thought Devon really outboxed him well, and he was thinking about retiring. And next you know, he's fighting Adrian Broner. He's beating the miter breaks off of Adrian Broner. Adrian can't stop at a stop sign. If he saved his life, he's just going to roll on through it because Marcus Maidana beat all the brakes and the rotors off of him. And then Marcus Maidana, newfound confidence, fights Floyd Mayweather twice. So before he fought Floyd Mayweather twice, before he fought Adrian Broner, he fought Devon Alexander. Then Randall Bailey, okay, fought Lee. He fought Sean with Sean Porter. Sean Porter, man, honestly, I believe Sean Porter with his style. Sean Porter has a style to give almost any fighter's problems. He just stays in your face. He makes it real ugly, real rugged. He gets deceiving speed, and he's hard at time when he is coming in because he's always doing this bouncing thing. You don't know which one's really going to be. Sean Porter, Josito's, I can't get out. Jose Soto Carras, Jesus Soto Carras. I think I'm butchering the guy. I'm getting a little tired. Amir Khan, which was a very tough fight. and then Aaron Martinez. Now, what some of you guys don't know about Devon Alexander doing what I heard, and I believe he may have admitted to with the Amir Khan, maybe in the Aaron fight, is, well, he suffered an injury sometime back, and he got addicted to pain pills, and he didn't tell nobody for a while, and he suffered a couple losses, and he ended up, once he realized he had addiction, he called his head coach Cunningham, and he told him, and he wanted to beat it, and he could have came back sooner to the sport, but he wanted to make sure he was physically, not only physically ready, but he was mentally ready. Our Red Sox fan said, I thought he beat Thurman a few years back. I agree, I do like Sean Porter. Now, who do you think beat Thurman a few years back? Oh, you saying Sean Porter? Sean Porter? Man, you know what? There's a reason that Keith Thurman, listen, even if you thought Keith Thurman barely edged that fight, or maybe you thought he lost that fight, you know that he know there's going to be a war. You saw the way he had to move that whole fight, you know. He had to do a lot of moving because Sean Porter be standing on top of people, man. But, guys, you know what? T-Dog was players in the sports. No, he never gave him a rematch. You know, the thing is, I think he was in line at one point to give him a rematch or give Danny Garcia a rematch. And I think they actually edged Sean Porter over him. And it looks like at one point, Sean Porter and Danny Garcia wanted to fight. Sean Porter went WWE style on Danny Garcia. Listen here, brother. I want to fight you. Bring it to the ring right now. I'm the cherry you want to pick. Basically, in so many words, he, calling out Danny Garcia. The fight did not happen. Danny Garcia said, whatever. Nobody's really sending nothing. The fight never really happened. But I'm going to be honest, man. If Sean Porter would have fought Danny Garcia, I probably would have edged, just without breaking it down, I probably would have edged Sean Porter just off initial thoughts. Because this guy, he just has a really swarming technique. And if you don't got good head movement, good timing, good counter punching, and your cardio better be second to none, you cannot be flat-footed and fight Sean Porter. You cannot just wait for him to come in. You got to have a good jab to stop him from time him from keeping that jumping in. But guys, it's your boy T-Dub with Plays and Sports. Hope you guys like this. Our Red Sox fans say Garcia doesn't want Porter. I don't believe so either. I would take Porter over Garcia, just like I did as well. Guys, thank you to special guest in the house, our Red Sox fan. This guy, listen, I'm not sure if he's going live tonight. There's a good chance he does go live often. Catch it, guys. It doesn't matter if he's talking about baseball. He can be talking about football. He can be playing a game. The guy keeps it really entertaining, and I can learn a lot from him, because he makes you feel like you're in the game. It's a pop fly. He goes deep. You feel like, wow, like this guy is cut out for this. I would love to see that type of enthusiasm, for my Cardinals or my St. Louis Blues or things like that. Take my hat off to our Red Sox fan. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, whoever else come to the channel. Please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Come on, guys. Hit the bell. Ding, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong. Keep their heads ringing. At least you keep the notification bell ringing. Then we will be good. T-Dub was Blazing Sport, guys. Thank you, and I am out.